Harold Preston, the Duke of Malum, stiffened in his chair, the faintest shift betraying his annoyance. The hairs on the back of his neck rose a moment before he heard it, raised voices breaking through the heavy quiet of his office. Though muffled by the thick walls, the sound was unmistakable. Exhaling slowly, he released his irritation. He then carefully folded the letter he'd been reading and slid it into the top drawer of his desk, turning the key with a quiet click. Whatever the message contained, it could wait. The Domus Emporium rarely entertains skirmishes. Its patrons, though prone to vices of all kinds, understood the rules. Anyone foolish enough to incite trouble risked not only permanent expulsion, but also the loss of access to the most exclusive pleasures London had to offer. That threat alone was usually sufficient. Usually. Malum stood, brushing a speck of lint from his sleeve before shrugging into his jacket. The smooth, practised motion was a ritual, part of his armour. Though he employed men well equipped to deal with such disruptions, he knew the value of making an occasional appearance. Control was the cornerstone of his power. Control of his reputation, his empire, and most importantly, himself. And when anyone challenged any part of his world, it was Malum's responsibility to restore it. The Domus wasn't merely a brothel, it was a sanctuary of indulgence, a palace of secrets for the men who publicly condemned it, while privately relishing its luxuries. Bloody hypocrites! His mouth quirked into the bearish shadow of a smile as he strode to the door. Handling this personally wasn't strictly necessary, but it sent a message to his employees, to his clients, and to himself. Order would be maintained. As he made his way down the carpeted stairs, he was able to make out the low murmur of excited voices overlapping in the room below. Workers and club members alike come out to gossip about the latest commotion. The noise suddenly rose, and then fell to near silence the moment he stepped onto the floor. Jaw set, Malum didn't school his appearance for anyone's sake, but he knew what they saw, or what they didn't see, rather. As they gawked and backed away, parting around him as though he was Moses himself, they wouldn't see even a hint of vulnerability. They would not see any indication of compromise or uncertainty. No charm, no nod to propriety. They would see a man who'd been raised to be a duke, true, but not one of their own. No, he was a duke who'd done the unthinkable, a duke who'd turned his back on society. Malum knew it offended their fragile sensibilities, but he didn't care.